Amir Khan, last time we spoke, was in that beautiful penthouse suite overlooking the Vegas Strip.
Yeah.
Nice to be back in Bolton in the rain.
It's good to be back in Bolton. I mean, it's raining, it's freezing cold and everything. I mean, woke up in the morning, looked at the window, normally I see the sunshine. I see the sun shining and the weather being nice and birds flying and singing. I mean, here it's really cold and everything's grey and everything. But look, it's just nice to be home and spend time with the family. You know, my wife's here as well with me. My little girl, Lamaisa's with me. Mum, dad. So yeah, it's just nice to be home and being around them.
Since the weekend, we've heard from Floyd Mayweather speaking at the WBC convention. He was asked about whether he would fight you. He said, "You're not a big enough name." What do you make of those comments?
I think it's very silly to say that because, to be honest with you, I'm probably one of the biggest names in boxing. I'm bigger name than Maidana. I've beaten Maidana, who he fought twice. So he's telling me I'm not a bigger name than Maidana. I mean, Victor Ortiz, who he fought and beat, I mean, I'm a bigger name than him. Is he just avoiding me? Is he looking for little excuses that he doesn't want to fight me? I mean, what is it with Floyd Mayweather? Maybe after everything was fine, and he did say I am a big name a couple of weeks ago, but since that performance, he's all been very bitter and he's been, I mean, it seems to me he's avoiding the fight. He doesn't want to fight me, and he's looking for a way out. I mean, he's making it so blatant, you know, after a performance like that. I think I've secured my fight with the best fighter in the world, which is Floyd Mayweather, supposedly. And I really believe he thinks I will beat him. I mean, he thinks I will do something. Maybe that's why he's just not comfortable fighting me. But if he was, I mean, Floyd Mayweather is one of them guys who's straight up and says, "Look, I'll fight you and I'll fight you wherever." I've been calling him out for such a long time. He's just not taking the fight. I don't know what I need to do to get the fight. So, let's see.
You obviously share the same advisor, Al Hayman. Did you have a chance to speak to Al after the fight, and have you discussed the possible Floyd Mayweather fight with him?
Yeah, Al's, you know, he's my manager. He's a friend of ours. He's gonna do the best he can for me. He's gonna try he's gonna try to get me the biggest fights in boxing, and you know, I really, you know, trust him in that and rely on him on a lot of things. He's good for boxing for me. I mean, he helped me a lot in my boxing career. So it's all about just staying focused and just not making mistakes, really. Just you know, staying calm and just letting him do what he does best. Because you know, it's tough when you've, you know, worked so hard and you want the biggest fights and you've won a good fight and a tough fight, and Mayweather says prove yourself, and you prove yourself time and time again, and you still don't get the fight. Man, it just upsets you a little bit. But look, I'm gonna keep strong. I'm gonna keep my head down. I'm gonna keep on training, and I'm sure the public are gonna start demanding that fight between me and Floyd, because, like I said, I've proven myself not once but twice.
You're looking at fighting again in May. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather fights in May too. Is there a kind of time frame in your mind where you think this fight needs to get done? You know, how long are you prepared to wait around for this one?
I think by mid-Jan, I need to know exactly. I want everything signed off and done for my next fight, because I need time to go into training camp, work hard, train, and also need time to, you know, watch videos of my opponent and sit with my trainer Virgil Hunter, and then start my camp. I don't want to leave it too long, but I'm gonna still keep in shape. I'm just gonna keep taking over, and look, I feel the fight's gonna happen. I think Floyd just likes to play these little games, putting these little obstacles in front of me. But let's see what happens. Let's just have our fingers crossed. I mean, I think the whole of the world wants to see that fight. I think I've proven myself, and people want to see that fight now.
As we know, September is his other date that he fights in the year. Yeah. Not good for you because of Ramadan. Yeah. Do you feel in a way that it's May or never for you, considering his age and that he said he's only got 2 fights left?
Yeah, I think it's either May. I mean, May or the nose, I can do May. Or it's going to be probably, I mean, September I don't do, because I'm Muslim, I do Ramadan. I fast around that time, so I try not to fight around that time. So I'll probably be training a little bit, but not fighting. But look, like I said, we've just left the team, really. Let's see what he comes back with. I mean, I really believe it can happen in May. No excuses. Both of us want that fight. I mean, I want that fight. I don't know. One time he did want the fight. But since the last performance, he's not said anything, or he's coming up with excuses. So let's see. If he doesn't want it, then maybe we'll look at another option. You got Manny Pacquiao, you got other big names in boxing, so we'll go for something like that.
Oscar De La Hoya said in the post-fight press conference that now there's Floyd, there's Pacquiao, and you as the 3 elite fighters in the world. is Pacquiao the next option? Is that who you chase to go after if the Floyd fight doesn't come off?
You know, I worked hard. I mean, I think definitely we belong on the top of an elite level of boxing, and Pacquiao definitely. I think he's up there with myself and Mayweather. So yeah, it's either going to be one of them guys, because I want to fight the elite fighters in the world. I want to fight the best fighters. So it has to be one of the biggest name fighters. So yeah, I'll be targeting one of them guys. But I'd like the Mayweather fight more because obviously he's undefeated. He's you know, he's the pound for pound #1, and he's been reigning for such a long time. So I think it's time a new lion comes and takes his crown.
Great backstory though with Manny Pacquiao, of course, a friend of yours, and Freddie Roach, a former trainer, and you know he's come out and said some things about you as well. So it'll be an easily sellable fight, it'll be an interesting build-up.
Oh, definitely, it'll be a great fight because obviously you got Manny Pacquiao. We spar together, we train together, we speak together on the we speak with each other on the phone quite a lot. So yeah, it'd be good to have that fight. Look, it's a business. I mean, boxing, sometimes friends have to fight each other. I don't think it would have happened when we were training together, but now not training together, I think it can definitely happen. We just have to put our friendship out the ring for just that 45 minutes and see who the best fighter is.
And of course, one thing that put boxing into perspective, the tragic news we've had coming out of Pakistan. Just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, very sad what happened in Pakistan. You know, with the Taliban going into to a school and killing over 130 kids, innocent kids. You know, so my thoughts go out to them. So the shorts I wore for the fight, I think they were around £30,000. I'm happy to donate them towards to rebuild the school and to improve security around that area in Pakistan for the children to be back up there again and be back studying and stuff.
Great. And just finally, Anthony Crolla, sad news about him as well. Obviously, he uses this gym, a very close friend of yours. I'm sure you kind of echo everyone's sentiments to him.
Yeah, Anthony's a good friend of mine. I was speaking to Joe Gallagher while he come out to the fight, and we was talking about Crolla. I said, look, I'll come back from the fight and I'll even do some sparring with him just to help him out a little bit. And so that was going to go ahead till what I heard that he got into some bother and with some guys, and obviously broke his leg and fractured his skull, and he has to pull out the fight obviously. But it just makes it, I mean, it just makes it really bad, and it makes me sad because obviously his dream fight was to fight for a world title, and I really believe that he could have won the fight against Abril. He had the style, and he's been looking good in sparring. He's been training very hard. So yeah, I'll be seeing him hopefully the next day or so. But like I said, it just very upset to hear that obviously what happened, and very sad to hear that, to see that he's in a position like this now where he's hurt himself and he was touching distance away from winning that world title. Every fighter's dream is to fight for a world title, and obviously he can't do that now.